Today, there's nothing to fix, nothing to solve, nothing to carry, only a gentle return. Sensitive souls often experience the world differently. A silent moment can speak to us. A closed door can still hum. A single sentence can linger inside us long after everyone else has forgotten it. We notice subtle shifts, tiny hesitations. We notice the almost invisible tightening in someone's voice, the unspoken grief hovering beneath ordinary conversation. This sensitivity isn't a flaw, it is a beautiful way of perceiving the world, and it's our strength, our gift. When I was about 8 years old, I remember riding the New York City subway and suddenly feeling overwhelmed by sadness. Moments earlier, I had been perfectly content. It would take years before I understood that sometimes I wasn't feeling my own emotions at all. Perception is a gift. Yet perception without discernment can quietly become absorption. Little by little, we begin mistaking someone else's emotional weather for our own inner climate. And that is why we return. Now, returning rarely requires extraordinary rituals. More often, it begins with beautifully ordinary things. The cool sensation of water moving across your hands is an example, or the quiet sound of a door closing, or the soft glow of a candle, or both feet meeting the floor, or a slow breath before answering another message. These small moments become sacred whenever they remind us who we already are. Ordinary acts become quiet liturgies of remembrance. For a few moments now, become still. Place one hand over your heart. Notice your breathing without changing it. Ask yourself quietly, what was here before today, before the conversation, before the news, before the requests, the calls, or expectations, before anyone needed anything from me? What was here? Now remain here. There's no need to search for an answer. Sometimes remembering arrives as warmth, sometimes as spaciousness, sometimes as an image, sometimes as a simple quietness. If today's heaviness softens as you rest here, if it feels less solid than it did a few moments ago, maybe it never belonged to your deepest self. Perhaps it was something you lovingly witnessed, something you honored, something you no longer need to keep. When we remember our own light, boundaries no longer feel like walls. They become gentle doorways, doorways through which compassion may travel without asking us to surrender ourselves. Now, quietly repeat, I may witness without carrying. I may love without disappearing. I may remain open without forgetting myself. Now, the clearer our own light becomes, the more freely compassion can move through us. A lantern shines brightest when its flame is lovingly tended. Now, this gentle rite may become part of your evening after a difficult conversation or before sleep, or whenever you notice yourself scattered across too many people, too many expectations, or worries. You may find it helpful to return to this practice once every week, or whenever life begins to feel unusually loud. Simply begin. Close a door. Wash your hands. Dim the lights. Place both feet upon the earth beneath you or the floor in your room. Now quietly whisper, I am returning to myself. Breathe slowly. Imagine your attention gathering home from every conversation, every expectation, every screen, every room, every version of yourself you believed you needed to become. With every exhale, feel yourself becoming more present, more whole, more entirely here. Now ask gently, what belongs to me? And what simply passed through me today? Notice whatever rises without judgment, without analysis, only with kindness. Now picture the people and situations that touched your day. Bless them quietly, release them gently, allow them to remain beautifully themselves while you remain beautifully yourself. Repeat, may they be held. May I be held. I can care without carrying. Now imagine a soft field of light surrounding you, not a wall, a living boundary, breathing, gentle, welcoming. It's a place where your light remains distinct while still belonging to the greater light that holds us all. Whisper, what belongs to me remains. May what is not mine continue peacefully on its way. Now, finally, place one hand upon your heart, once upon your belly. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Notice your presence. And quietly say, I remember my light. I tend my light. My light remains connected to the greater light. I remember. Now breathe softly. Imagine your own light gathering in the center of your chest, like the steady glow of a lantern at dusk. As you exhale, imagine the noise of today drifting away like gentle gray clouds after summer rain. And ask quietly, where did I forget myself today? And pause. Then ask, what did I carry that was never mine? And finally ask, what part of me has remained quietly luminous all along? Remain here for a few seconds. Recognition is enough. Your sensitivity is not something to overcome, dear one. It's a lantern entrusted to your care, and every lantern asks to be tended. Not because it's fragile. No, it is a precious gift. It is a strength. This practice is not about withdrawing from the world. It is about remaining lovingly connected without becoming lost inside what you encounter. So let washing your hands become remembrance. Let closing a door become a homecoming to remembering your light. Let a candle become a quiet companion. Let one conscious breath become another ordinary liturgy, a place where you remember that the light within you has never disappeared. It has only been waiting for your return, for your recognition. If this passage met you where you are today, subscribe to Midnight Passages for more gentle meditations and ordinary liturgies created especially for highly sensitive people, empaths, and contemplative souls. Until next time, may what is not yours pass gently from your keeping. May what is yours grow clear and bright. And may you remember again and again that your light was never meant to be hidden, only tended.